Hello everyone, it is the SBB and I welcome you to a side quest edition of Nier, episode 4.5. What are we going to be doing in this episode, you ask? Well, there are a countless number of things. Let me tell you, these quests that we are going to encounter on are JRPG to the fucking max. So there is only one way to really describe them. 1, they are tedious. 2, they are pointless. May have some snippets of information, and also yield rewards to make the rest of the game easier. Why are we doing them? Because we can. Why not do them? They have some actually... Nier does take a little bit of a slanted glance at JRPG quests, some of them including choices that you can make within the middle of them, even though they are really inconsequential to what happens as the end result. It still is interesting that it gives you these midway choices, so to speak. Other than that, there are about 100 JRPG quests to do, and we gotta do them all. We're gonna be doing it in a post-production fashion, mostly because of the fact that they are tedious, there's a lot of travelling involved, gathering, getting on your knees, and just fucking digging through the dirt and picking up shit. Because who doesn't like to get on their knees like that? Getting on your knees. I'm really too fixated on that. Anyway, so the rewards that most of the quests include are normally things that are money and item based, but very rarely is it items, and more so you'll be getting additional weapons, and obviously if you want to see all the weapons in the game, most of them coming from Drakengard 2. You will be seeing a lot of reoccurring models and reoccurring themes. We'll be seeing those along the way, and seriously, there's going to be a fair few quests before we see any weapons, I believe. I'm not even entirely sure, but we're going to be going through it anyway, but I want to go over a few things first with you. Just some JRPG basics, but here you can see that when there is a quest or important text that needs to be relayed to you, there is a certain little icon that appears above the head of NPCs, as we are seeing here. Yes, here. So how do we keep track of all this? Well, if you're looking within the Grimoire Vice section of your menu, you are given map, items, quest, weapons, word edit, memo. Gives you a bunch of key locations. Key locations, it's like a fucking atlas. What else do I have to tell you about a fucking map? As for quests, quests also have a variety of options, such as incomplete quests and uncompletable quests. Also a good way to keep on top of everything that you're doing, as there are nearly 100 quests in this fucking game. Also a section for uncompletable quests, which may hint towards the factor that you may actually be able to fail some quests. And technically you can, but not in the traditional sense. Only in the fact that you failed to complete them within the allotted time. The allotted time that it tells you nothing about. Other than that, we also have the word edit. We've already gone over that in the previous edition. We can fuck shit up, give them poison, give them paralysis and shit like that. Fucking love words, they do all sorts of cool shit. But really, they're not really a big major factor until later. In the memos tab, you keep memos on your porn diaries, all your bitches, all your hoes, and also all your mana. Your mana goes next to your bitches and hoes. Here is one of my hoes in a typical JRPG quest fashion. Here are the tulip bulbs. Are you going to start a garden or something? No, I just eat them. Well shit. We'll find out more about that quest, but as you see, we have received 500 gold, and we may now use our field next to our house. We may cultivate plants, which, you know, they grow into flowers over time, in real lifetime, sometimes taking up to 13 hours. We'll be finding out a little bit more about that at a later point, but that's basically how a reward system goes within a JRPG quest. Why am I explaining such rudimentary contraptions? Oh, I forgot. I was going to ask you to get some fertilizer as well. Next time you're on the seafront, can you pick up 3 bounty fertilizers for me? Another thing for the cultivation of plants. We'll be getting into that at a later date. I can't believe I spent nearly 4 minutes, well, a little over 4 minutes explaining JRPG quest mechanics. Let's get back into the actual episode. So, you might remember in the last episode of Nier, episode 4, that we handed in the Fragile Delivery quest. We'll be handing that in just a second, and if you don't remember it, and you haven't watched episode 4, what kind of twisted sick fuck are you if you're watching a side quest episode and not the storyline one? Go back and watch it, you stupid prick. But then again, I guess you're not a stupid prick, you're my fans, and I love you. Something like that. Or badger recruits. I haven't used that phrase in a while. Badger recruits. Something like that. And this is where we hand in the fragile delivery quest. We delivered the goods. Your friend is a real charmer. Thanks, I appreciate it. Yeah, he can be a real pain to strangers, but he's a good guy at heart. Anyway, I got a little something for you. 1,500 gold. Cha-ching. And with that, the quest is complete. And we're going to be seeing that a fair amount of times in the near future. Many, many more times.
Hey there!
Hey, excuse me, can I ask you a favor? I'm currently on duty, so I need someone to relay a message for me. I ordered some training weapons from the blacksmith's wife, but they still haven't arrived. Can you go to the shopping district and ask her to send them on over? Yeah, I guess we can do that. That's an easy enough fetch quest, or really it's just to relay a message. Ah, good. Be sure to talk to the blacksmith's wife for me then. Oh, and with that we venture off into the village, with so many things to do, so many things to waste our time. We'll be coming back here occasionally and through to and forth the main hubs of the cities. How many hubs are there? About there's 3 hubs. Oh, thank God you're here! We've got trouble! What kind of trouble? There's a wild boar in the northern plains who started attacking villagers. The victims all made it back, but who knows if we'll be so lucky next time. So you want me to go and kill it? Yes, and we'll be sure to pay you well. I guess we can do that. Killing is one of the things that you do in this game. Alright. Oh, and a word of advice. Once you kill it, make sure you take a boar tusk. Let's just say it comes in handy. We'll learn about that at a later point, but for now let's go and harvest and gather quests. That's probably the most efficient thing to do while we're here. Are you alright? You don't look too happy. Yeah, I'm in a bit of a pickle. Listen, do you know about those chicken eggs? Lately, the eggs have been disappearing, and at first I thought there was a thief, but now I think there are hens hiding them. I guess I can't blame him, but the village really needs those eggs. I need you to find the hiding spots and bring me an egg. That work for you? Yeah, we can do that. Egg finding. Smart chickens. Smart dickens. You can talk to some people around the village about the eggs, but there's really not much point. You can give them any old egg. Oh, hello, what perfect timing. Can I ask you to go and buy something for me? This is actually the quest that I showed earlier, shopping list. Sure, what do you need? I need 3 tulip bulbs. They only sell them in the seafront, so it will be a bit of a hike.
Do you often get asked to handle such inane shopping trips?
I don't think these trips are inane. I'm a father in a dying world. I'll take whatever job I can get. Everyone has it tough around here, so I've no right to complain. They give me honest work, and I'm grateful.
I see. Well then, keep up the good work.
Yeah.
Thanks for the reassuring words, Vice. You're looking for a chicken egg? I saw one hidden in the shadows once. There are shadows everywhere. There are shadows everywhere. That doesn't really narrow it down. But yeah, people can give you hints and whatnot, but they're really not useful. Ah, you're just who I needed. I need you to do something for me. My children want to eat mutton every night, and I keep running out. And I certainly don't have the time to hunt a bunch of sheep. Look, if you get me 10 pieces of mutton, I'll pay you higher than market value. How does that sound? Mutton? Sounds like a deal.
How dare you make me hunt down goats?
Those are sheep.
What is the difference?
Well, you know, the fur is different, and they move differently, eat different things.
People are different as well, yet you're all just called humans.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa, Vice. Calm down there. That's some serious philosophy shit you got on us. Here's your mutton. Oh, thank you. I swear these children of mine are going to eat me out of house and home. Yeah, we collected enough mutton earlier by, doing things to sheep. Let's not get into that. But with that, the quest is complete and we've earned more money. Cha-ching! Money, money, money! Dosh! Dosh, dosh, dosh! If anyone can name that reference, I like you. I like you a lot. I don't even know why I looked at the map at this point. I'm looking at the map, there's a current goal, that's for a storyline mission. That's cool map shit, don't really have any reason to be looking at it. Can't even remember why. But for now, let's go and harvest more quests. Harvesting quests is generally a fun thing.
The Black Scrawls here too?
occasionally while you're walking throughout the village, you'll get random snippets of people talking.
Hey,
The guard at the northern gate says that he ordered some weapons from you. Any idea where they are? The guard at the northern gate? Oh, you mean the one that always smells so nice? Now, if I could take his scent and match it with the body of the guard at the eastern gate... Huh? Oh, right, the weapons, sorry. I was daydreaming there. Yes, I'll deliver them as soon as I can. Here's a bit of payment for you. Generally, the easier the quest, the lower the payment. It's pretty much a logic thing. Here's the blacksmith, he sells cool shit, we may as well get a new weapon while we're here. Generally sells one cheap one really expensive one, so we'll go and pick up the lily leaf sword because it's actually stronger than our current weapon to date. Fucking could do with more of that. And its weight is light, so it moves faster. Can live with that. Thanks for your support. And with that, nope, don't go into that screen. Pick up the lily leaf sword, and it also increases our magic power, so it also makes our magic more effective. But for now, we'll go in and just change the words, because who doesn't want to change words? But no, seriously, let's go and up the attack power. And what else do we have? As you can see, two of these words don't actually do anything yet, but generally they increase the effect of stat effects like poisons and paralysis to level 2 or 3. But for now, we're just going to have an item drop rate and then more attack power. Bean seeds, as we heard about earlier about cultivating the fields, unless you skip the tutorial part, we'll be using that later.
Hey, listen.
Hey, you got a moment? I've got some work for you. I'm pretty busy right now, but if you're paying, I'm listening. Fair enough. Listen, my grandmother is running low on medicine. I need 3 medicinal herbs, 3 berries, and 3 royal ferns. You may have to leave the village to find some of it, so I hope it's not too much of a bother. This is possibly the hardest early quest that you get at this point. Yeah, okay, tell your grandmother I'll...
Whoa, wait. You're actually going to go find the sealed verses?
yeah,
But that's crazy town. You know how hard that's gonna be?
not as hard as watching Yona die.
That's tough, Nier. That's tough.
Hey.
I actually, the first time I heard that was, well, it really sent chills down my spine. I was like, whoa, that's so deep. Nier is so deep. Then I snapped my fingers like this. But anyway, yeah, Devola tells you to come back whenever you have a free minute. And basically, she'll be our hub, because if you're too lazy to go and pick up...
Is there really nothing that can cure the Black Scrawl?
No medicine in the works of man can hope to stand against it.
There has to be something.
Perhaps a drug exists to temporarily ease the pain, but none can truly eradicate the disease.
Damn it.
But if the legend is true, then I hold the key to saving your girl.
You're right. I have to hold on to that.
Ha! That's the spirit.
Almost a form of camaraderie bonding between Nier and Vice already. But as I was saying about Devola, even though I come back to check anyway, there are no other quests to be had at the moment. She will basically give you a list of quests that are available and tell you basically where they are. So you just go, hit accept, and then you run off, go and grab it from them, and then you continue the quest like normal. We've already got an egg, so we can bring it back to the shopkeeper. Easy enough. Probably found it while we were on our knees. And we also don't have enough berries or royal fern, but we can change that soon enough. You can buy berries from material shops. Material shops are a sort of thing that we'll get into more detail at the later point.
The Black Scrawls here too?
Because they offer items that seem like they don't do anything until a later point in the game that allows you to upgrade your weapons. So being such as you may have noticed that weapons come in varieties of level 1, 2 and 3. I think 3 is the current highest level. Another quest over here. I guess there was another quest. I guess I was completely wrong. Guess Devola was just being a lazy bitch. Oh, hell yeah, more berries after we just bought them. Hi, an eggs, huh? Never would have thought it. I know them chicken wild, blah, blah, blah. We've already got an egg, shut up. I'm gonna give that shopkeeper his egg so hard. This single egg that he only wants one of for some reason.
Yo.
I found an egg. Oh, that's great. It was behind the wall by the fountain. I guess the chickens like to hide them in out-of-way places. Well, that's the first place I'll look next time. Here's your payment. And today we got a health salve. Restores about 60% of your health. Maximum health, that is. So it's actually a really good effective healing item. As you can imagine, they'll probably become the norm later on in the game as, you know, basically become fucking filthy rich.
Sheep hunting? There really is no task too immodest for you.
It's a lot harder than it sounds, Vice. These little bastards are fast.
So smite them with magic.
Oh, crap.
What is it? Shades?
You're right. I should use magic.
Might I make another suggestion?
What?
Stop yelling like a madman every time you come to a realization.
But why? It is so much fun! But no, seriously, we already completed this quest, but sometimes the audio in this game for conversational dialogue is not very tightly put together. As seen here, because before I fought the boar, I even had the quest, it also came up conversational dialogue for this quest. I wasn't even facing or even fighting the monster at this time.
That's a wild boar.
Let me show you.
Have you the skill to hunt one of those down?
Maybe. They're pretty angry, though. How can a stupid pig be so strong? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, wasn't that something? But anyway, back to the boar killing. The boar is an angry motherfucker, but he acts like every old boar in every old fucking game. He only travels in a straight direction really fast, and he is also weak to block walls to the face. Not that that boss stops me at all. I mean, I'll just go straight through the wall and go straight to China. And then I have a drink. A Shanghai gut punch, for that matter. Anyway, the boar, really tough, especially for this level, because he has a lot more health than you, he can take sick amounts of damage, and only specific attacks cause any sort of interruption or knockback effect, that being magic or a charged strike. Generally, if you're good enough, you can rotate these in a specific manner that stops him from attacking entirely. The thing is that I thought that wouldn't be fun at all, and I thought I'd try to fight him in a more traditional sense. Maybe it'd be more entertaining, even though the music doesn't really suit it. It's so calming. Listen to how calming that music is. Even though we're in a death-to-death battle. Death-to-death. Death or death-to-death. A battle of to death. A battle of the death, yes, with a boar. And tons of tiny shades surrounding us. And they can get pretty annoying because the boar will not pay much attention to them unless they pose more of a threat. And the amount of damage that a boar can actually achieve is quite considerable. I think well over a quarter of your health bar at this point. Ooh. Come on, die! I'm stabbing you! Your bollocks are nothing more than a shredded piece of paper right now, and yet, you still survive! Even with massive amounts of brain trauma. The battle can last quite a while, and so you better get comfy while you're doing it and try to keep up with your repetitive attacks. I'll do this in a better fashion, because, yeah. The battle completely sped up to the maximum of my ability in fucking Studio Vegas. I still take a fair amount of time, even with all of the attacks that possibly knock him back. Even though, yes, obviously it was much easier, and now we've obtained a boar task, hell yeah, even though we didn't really reach over and made this weird. Yeah, we got that hide alright. That hide. Dat hide. Anyway, we've come back to the village for now, and we're probably just going to move straight on ahead to Seafront and completely ignore the whole boar tusk thing. Even though it would have been cleverer to have handed in the boar tusk and gotten the reward, as you'll see in the future. To get to the seafront, you just have to go to the other end of the village and... Fuck you, chickens! Fuck you! You're the reason for that bullshit quest! If only they would die. But Zelda Ocarina of Time has taught me this much. And every other Zelda game since. Those bastards. They've killed so many of us. Speaking of which, I actually have a friend. She's really funny, by the way. She's a vegetarian, but eats chickens because they attacked her when she was young. Other than that, there is this boss character, and as you can see, our attacks do very little damage to him. Him, rather. As you saw, our spears, which is our currently strongest attack at the moment, did little more than maybe 1/20th of his damage. I'm really bad at fractions, so please don't correct me on that. Anyway, so don't try and fight him unless you're really, really good at holding an attack pattern. Spiders and a mansion. We'll be visiting that at a later date. Just ignore it for now. It's not important. And to get to the seafront, it's not really that long of a trek. Just go from one end of the map to the other, and hey presto, you're already here. Just about. Nearly. There we go. Loading screens, loading screens. Welcome to Seafront, a town made out of sand, water and stone. A very strangely architected place which can be initially very confusing. It smells like the sea. I don't really care for that, but okay. Here we have to... no, shut up, kid. Shut up, I wasn't talking to you.
You don't see landlubbers around here.
You don't see little bitches around here either. Shut up. Would you care? God damn it. Anyway, we will pick up some royal ferns, all the things that we need. We have 3 of them now. As for the berries and other such things, I mean, I pretty much cut out all the quest gathering. Most of the items that you need. If you want to pick them up El Natural, you're going to have to go into the northern plains and just basically get on your knees for everyone. Fruits and vegetables, hell yeah, I love fruits and vegetables. We also need a few of these. Cha-ching. And with that, 2 of our quests are completed. Our journey to the seafront has been most successful and fruitful, but we'll come back here at a later point, for we'll have a much more valid reason for coming here in the future. And now we're back to the village yet again, and now we can hand in all of our quests as far as I'm aware. We may as well go and reap the fruits of our labour for mass fortune, items galore, and money. I already said money. I was going to leave that up to breasts.
Yo.
Man, I suck at this. Ah, perfect. And now mix them like so, and presto! Grandma's old-time medicine. Says, you've already been such a help. Could you deliver this to my grandmother? She's at the fountain by the library. Okay, I'll get it to her as soon as I can. Old lady's elixir. Yes, as I said, she gives you other quests. We can get onto those at a later point. But fuck that. We'll do that for another episode. Moving on, what else do we have to do? We have to hand in the boar tusk quest. You hunted down the boar! Ah, thank you. Something, something, why did I skip all this text? They say a boar becomes tame at anyone who carries one of the boar tusks. Apparently they'll even let you ride around on their backs. That sounds like hokum to me, but if you're brave enough, you may as well give it a shot. Obtained 1,000 gold. And, yes, you can drift on boars. Tokyo Drift, eat your heart out. Because boar hunt is complete. Moving on, we go to give the old lady her elixir. That old lady that is constantly watching the little children like a particular type of old lady that we shall not name. Ma'am, I've got something for you. Oh, what a nice young man. Now I can walk without pain. Oh, sorry, I thought this was for digestion. Oh, it is. See, sometimes I eat so much it hurts to walk. Anyway, here's a small token of my appreciation, young man. 2 grand! Cha-ching! And with that, the first batch of quests are completed. We'll be going over those many more times in the near future. But for now, that's the end of the episode. It's been too long. Good night, everyone. Farewell.